Hi, I wanted to talk to everyone about the whole 2012 conspiracy and a lot of other stuff that people are claiming to be fake or real or whatnot. In my personal opinion, I think it's real. That there seems to be some sort of facts to it, a lot actually. But if you think about it, in the last 50 years or so, the world has gone through atomic bombs, nuclear devices, global warming, which is really just a melting of the polar ice caps. Um, the increase in tornadoes, natural disasters, hurricanes, tsunamis in the last 10 years. Doesn't that seem kind of odd to you? I mean, if you kind of think back to it in history, there wasn't a lot of hurricanes that destroyed things on a daily basis and get worse. It happened every once in a while. And then there's the Mayans who talked about December 21st, 2012, and the whole winter solstice, and the Milky Way and the sun aligning up with the Earth or something like that. And that's supposed to cause some sort of major disaster, which I think is already starting to take place. Because civilizations all over the world are just constantly being put into disaster, like Haiti, all the earthquakes in Chile or whatever like that. Within the last couple of years, actually, Hurricane Katrina, all those have been really major disasters that devastated a lot of people. And I mean, it just keeps getting worse with like terrorism and the whole thing about Barack Obama being some sort of Muslim and helping Al Qaeda make something else happen. I'm not exactly sure. It's just my personal thought. But ever since, I was born, I can already kind of feel that something was going to happen, that was going to be bad within my lifetime. Like, they talk about, December, in 2000, remember, it said all the computers and all the nuclear bombs would go off, and then everyone thought it was going to be the end of the world, and it turned out to be just some sort of misunderstanding. I mean, that was a human error misunderstanding. That was an assumption, not a prediction. There was no facts behind that's going to happen, and it didn't. And then there's this webbot thing that was supposed to do a bunch of stock profile thingies and look up everything else. And from there on, I guess it predicted 9/11, 3 months before it happened. And it said that some sort of disaster or human-made error was going to make the world think a lot more different. And 3 months later, 2001, 9/11 came up, and boom. Now, if you go to the airport, you can't really get anywhere without being patted down and searched. And then there's Obama, whatever, building the whole mosque thing. And if you were to think about it, during the 2008 campaign, he was telling everyone that he was Christian, that he was Catholic or whatever, whichever the two religions. And then out of nowhere, he decided that he was Muslim. Doesn't make any sense to me. So if you think about it, he was elected 2008, and he's going to be off election 4 years later, which tends to happen in 2012 near November. So maybe all these disasters will reach its peak, and then no one will really care about government anymore. And by the time December 21st comes and a natural disaster tends to happen without no order or anything, things are just going to go to chaos and civilization is just going to go down the drain. But, yeah, that's what I think. So, make comments or opinions down below, I guess. Alright.